Duet Night Abyss launched globally October 28th, and as mentioned in my previous DNA video, I was considering doing a full game breakdown. Fortunately for us, the DNA team has reached out to my team directly and offered to support and sponsor the video, which means all of the info in this video has been fact-checked by them directly, and the goal here is to not deliver a review or an opinion on the game, but more of an objective breakdown of what the game is offering. Shoutouts to the team for offering their help and sponsoring this video. If you guys want to check out the game for yourselves, you can click on the DNA link in the description below. Depending on when you watch this video, the link should take you straight to the registration page where you can collect a bunch of free rewards. Let's get right into this. Okay, so let's start with a brief intro to the game. What exactly is Duet Night Abyss? Duet Night Abyss is a hybrid action online anime RPG. The hybrid part being that it combines both action RPG combat elements with shooter elements. The closest comparison, one that you'll hear a lot, would be Warframe. Duet got a lot of attention from the whole anime action combat RPG meets looter shooter concept, but it also recently made headlines for being the first Chinese gacha game to completely remove the gacha for characters and weapons. Not only the gacha, but the stamina systems that came along with them. There were a whole slew of update announcements, including graphical improvements, performance improvements, system improvements, but the gacha and stamina removal hands down stole the show. Like most online anime RPGs, you'll have access to a lot of solo content with multiplayer options for some of the main content, which we'll get into in this video. Expect a big focus on story, character progression, build making, exploration, target farming, and just blasting through mobs and bosses. Co-op and multiplayer social features are confirmed to be relatively on the lighter side in this version 1.0 we get at launch. Mainly showcased through the default city social hubs, which you can omit yourself from, where the players can see each other, and the co-op missions that you can party up for up to 3 players per party. Even when playing solo, you'll generally have 2 AI party members from your roster that will aid you in battle. You'll only have control over your own character, however. A party of 3 is generally always filled, whether it's 1 person 2 AI, 2 people 1 AI, or 3 people with no AI. In Duet Night Abyss, you'll have up to 19 characters at launch that you can unlock. Amongst these characters, you'll choose only one to deploy and act as your main controlling character. For the most part, as long as you are not in combat, you'll be able to freely switch between who you control as a main. Each character will have their own character progression, but other things such as weapons or genimons, which are pet companions that aid you, will go across all characters, meaning when you swap your main character, your deployed character, the weapon you chose will remain. However, if you deploy a character as an AI party member, it will need its own weapon. Weapons like characters also have their own progression system. They work very similar to the character progression with the usual leveling up systems, which in Duet are the following: character level, skills level, and intron level, which is pretty much the awakening dupe tier system found in most gachas. However, in Duet, you also have what's called demon wedges, which play a huge part in your character's overall power. These demon wedges can be seen as modules that you can equip on your character, similar to a lot of looter shooters. Each demon wedge or module has stats and effects they come with to enhance your power, but have a cost to equipping them. I mentioned genimons earlier. These companion pets are also a part of the progression system. As you explore, you'll be given opportunities to capture and collect them. These genimons offer passive stats, and the quote-unquote active ones include active abilities that you can use manually. Okay, let's move on to talk about the combat. The combat is hands down the biggest distinguishing factor for Duet Night Abyss. As mentioned earlier, the combat is more of a hybrid that combines action combat with shooter elements found in looter shooters. Duet offers a more simpler combat system despite combining these two. You'll always have 1 melee and 1 ranged weapon equipped, and you'll use them at the same time. There is no manual weapon swapping. By default, left mouse button is your melee attack, right mouse button will shoot your ranged weapon. The melee attack has 2 attacks, one when tapping left mouse button and another when holding, that you could, I guess, label as a heavy attack, or a charged attack is what I believe they call it in the game. Along with these, you have 3 active abilities, 2 of them being unique to the character you choose, and 1 being your Genimon pet companion ability. These abilities can be used with no cooldown and will only consume mana to use, which is called Sanity in Duet. Pretty straightforward. Another big highlight with Duet is the movement. You've probably heard by now, but the movement is very similar to what you'd find in Warframe. You have what's called a Helix Leap, for example, that can be used in tandem with dodge rolls, double jumps, and slides, giving you a lot of range of motion. You can also aim the Helix Leap in the air to jump higher. You'll have a lot of range of motion, allowing you to move relatively quickly because of this, making the combat a bit more dynamic and faster paced. Let's talk about content next. At a foundational level, the game revolves around unlocking characters and weapons, leveling up those characters and weapons, and exploring build variety that expands as you do so. Within this, the game also offers horizontal content in the form of exploration and, of course, story. There is a big emphasis on story. When it comes to stories, most games offer the illusion of choice by giving you the option of selecting certain answers, but the answers you choose are usually irrelevant in most games. In Duet, your decisions actually matter, not to the extent that you'll brick your character or anything like that, but there are mini games, NPC interactions, and content that's directly impacted by the decisions you make in the story. Outside of the MSQ, here's the content that you'll be grinding. First, you have your trial rank, which serves kind of like your account level. As you level this up, you'll unlock new content and resources, allowing you to progress your characters and weapons further. The ability to even farm certain characters and weapons are tied to this. When it comes to unlocking characters and weapons, you have what's called secret letters unique to each character and weapon, which again, you unlock via your trial rank. These secret letters allow you to target farm your desired character or weapons in the form of thoughts and blueprints. Thoughts are essentially shards in other games. If you get enough of them, 30 to be exact in Duet Night Abyss, you can unlock that respective character. Blueprints are, well, blueprints to craft your weapons. Let's summarize in case I lost you. You level up your trial rank, which unlocks a specific character's or weapon's secret letter. You can then purchase these secret letters by using a currency you farm by pretty much just playing the game. With these secret letters, you can then burn them on entering missions or convert commissions, as they're called in Duet, to farm the thoughts and blueprints. Those thoughts and blueprints are then used to unlock the respective character or weapon. As you continue to progress through your trial ranks, you'll continue to unlock more challenging content for better loot and higher level upgrades, with the different commissions serving as the main content. There are, of course, other instances, such as Nocturnal Echoes, for example, which are pretty much raid boss-like fights, but most of your progression will be centered around the commissions, considering they scale in difficulty and come in various forms. The more difficult stages obviously offering the juicier loot. Mid to end game will revolve more around farming high quality demon wedges once you've knocked out a lot of the unlocking and horizontal content. Duet is very much a solo friendly game. However, teaming up in a good group of real players can significantly improve farming efficiency, giving good incentive to party up. With the recent removal of stamina-based systems, you'll be able to grind the game as much as you want, without any restrictions tied to the usual stamina energy systems. As mentioned earlier, Duet Night Abyss has not only removed the stamina systems, but it also removed the gacha for character and weapon pulls. And with it, they also became normalized and no longer have star ratings. There are, however, cosmetic banners that do exist. Cosmetics in Duet do not have any stats, and the cosmetics available on the gacha banner are not exclusively the only cosmetics in the game. There are others that you can purchase and farm for. Duet also sells a currency called Foxine Plumules for real money. You can spend this currency on the following: cosmetics, limited gift bundles that range from cosmetics to upgrade mats, manuals that grant you extra loot on your commissions, limited track shift chests, which is related to equipping your demon wedges, and instant character and weapon unlocks. Character unlocks will require 30 thoughts at 150 plumules per, meaning 4,500 total plumules per character. And weapons cost a flat 3280. I'm not sure how the plumeal pricing will get localized, but here's the pricing in Korean won. And that pretty much covers everything you need to know about Duet Night Abyss. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget, you can check out the game for yourself for free. Links can be found in the description below. See you guys in the next video.